Hello, and welcome back. Some Plan B Terraform. So I have a series that was kind of going with this. I just got to a point where it was just too much. Like I made too many mistakes when I started, and I just needed to. That sounds clean on. Let's do that. I just wanted to start over. I learned a lot with that playthrough of different things to do and how to get there. But I think uh, changing it up a little bit now and basically starting over is going to be a lot better uh, in the long run for what I'm trying to do. Uh, the issue is there was too much that I didn't know about the game when I originally started, and not knowing about it basically caused me massive problems. So these three are fairly close together. May start down like over here. Uh, yeah, I think this might be a good place to start, or a better place to start. Obviously, I have a lot of stuff around the map. Um, so maybe we'll start down like in this area here. All right, easy enough. So a lot of my issue is I originally I kind of approached this the wrong way, thinking that the best way to do it was to have like to make these guys the kind of I was trying to make the storage boxes kind of the important things, and the storage boxes aren't the important things. The important things are the little robots that they come with. I'm sorry. When I say make these important things, I'm trying to limit the amount of storage that I had. What I didn't realize, and the big thing is that these are basically your belts. Uh, so not having that stuff and not having the things kind of built, it makes it very difficult to do a lot of things. So instead of continuing to do this, what I wanted to do is change this up a little bit and build a bunch of things, right? So we'll have those guys going in here. We'll have this guy doing steel bars like this. And then once we get that going up here, we're going to tell this guy to build an extractor. We're going to change this guy up. We're going to tell him not to do extractor, instead to do depots. I'm going here. I'm going to limit the amount of extractors we have to like 15. Then I'm going to do these to like 0.5. So all I'm doing is I'm clicking on the little text here, and I'm changing this number to something more controllable. And because if not, it will literally just keep building stuff until it runs out of things to build. It will completely just decimate everything that's in the way and just kill everything. And just mine this stuff until it runs out of things to mine. So the trick here is to kind of get all this stuff set up. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go a little bit faster here. So I've got a lot more stuff here built than this can kind of maintain right now. And what I want to do is set these things up so that we can more iron ore there. So once you get these up, these little robots will kind of carry the stuff back and forth. It balance out between these, and it if you have like stuff within range of another depot, then the robots will kind of move stuff around for you. So having a few extra things down here is helpful. So I'm just going to throw these guys down here. And these guys aren't going to do anything right now. All right. So let me do that. I'm going to pick these guys back up now. We'll do that. So zoom all the way out, zoom back in. The only thing that probably the most frustrating thing is the zoom out and zoom in. It's so fast. I don't know if it's just because of my machine or if it's just the game in general, but that zoom out levels are pretty strong. Oh, I've already got all this stuff built and it's mad at me. I may have gotten a little ahead of the tutorial. All right, let's see. Open the help screen. Oh yeah, help screen's up here. You kind of go through, it'll give you a little bit of information about it. Probably should have read that more the first time, but you know. Go to this. I'm going to leave that one for now. So now basically we have enough stuff kind of coming in here that we can start moving stuff. Then at this point, what does it want us to do? Okay, it wants us to build more extractors. So now we can build mechanical parts, factories, and the assembly plants. Now, ultimately, what I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to get these guys to go across as far as I can. Now, I've got to make some small changes to this because I need to make mechanical parts. So I'm going to kill one of these guys. I'll move him up here. So I'm making mechanical parts. And then we're going to go ahead and put this up here. We're going to store mechanical parts there. Now, the issue is, in order to make the factories, I need to stop making this stuff. Because the factories here, basically, I need these guys to be able to make the items that I need. So I'm going to pick those back up. Say, I want you to make an assembly plant. And then I'm going to right click on you, and then I'm going to tell you I want you to make a factory. So now, unfortunately, mechanical parts. And then once I can start getting some factories kind of built back up, then I can start dropping them back in and starting to slowly build this stuff back up. So, change this guy here, and you can make depots. And then I want you to go over here, and you can make extractors. Now, also, I need to So, because what will happen is it's going to kind of pick up things and drop them off like on the way. So basically, these guys are going to start sucking the resources in, and it's not going to allow them to get where I need them to go, which isn't super helpful. But it will allow me to start doing some stuff. Now, if this is the most efficient way to start with this, probably not. Is it the way I'm going with? Oh, most definitely. So you'll see that they'll start building up over here, because what they'll do is they're going to start trying to balance, and you'll see everything kind of bounce around. If I slow it down, we won't cause freaking seizures from all the blinkies there. But you see all this stuff slowly moving around, right? And what they'll do is they'll slowly move it up to balance everything. And then once it gets up here, these guys are going to start delivering it to the factories for us. So we do this, give you another guy here. I'm going to tell you to build steel bars again. Now we can start building concrete. We can build roads and we can build trucks. But now the trick here is I actually need to kind of wait for these things to start building so I can get enough resources kind of built down here. I'm only going to go with like 50 trucks this time. And then we're going to go roads. I'm going to go with like 200. Depots. Probably only need like maybe 10 of these maximum. You don't need a lot of depots from what I've seen, or at least as far as I've gotten into it. You kind of reuse them, you pick them up, you move them around. Alright, so eventually these guys all get their stuff figured out. And I'll be moving these things around and adding more here in a little bit. Alright, back to speed. So that, we're going to start building these, we'll start building those. This guy up here. Steel bars again. So I want to try to get enough steel bar production that I can kind of force my way through there. So I want to overload these so that we start getting more stuff built. The idea here is to kind of force everything to back up, which we will eventually do. Here, so far, so far, far. So far. So far, like that. Then once we get up here, then those are not going to do steel bars anymore. So as long as you keep it selected and you don't change it, it's just going to keep building whatever you put in last. So we'll just have these guys kind of go through. We'll do a bunch of mechanical parts here. And then I'll let these guys build up a little bit. We'll get some more storage in here. More mechanical parts. Like I said, the whole point of this is to kind of overload this whole setup here and just start forcing things to come down here. So we'll do this guy here. We're going to tell you to do the factory again. Tell you to do assembly plants. Then you're going to make a truck and you're going to make a truck. So now we're making trucks, we're making assembly plants, we're making factories, we're doing all that crazy stuff. We're doing awesome. We're going to go ahead, another assembly plant here, and we're going to tell this can be a depot. And then if you click off of it and click back to it, it kind of resets it. And then you can kind of choose what you want to do again. Oh yeah, we're doing extractor or something. Oh no, you're going to go down here. And we'll bulldoze that because that's not what we wanted. Now we basically have 2 of every one of our manufacturers now. Pretty much ripping through this stuff as fast as we can, and I probably actually need more extractors down here. I'll put another one there, but it's not going to be enough. All right, so that's all running as basically as quickly as I can. Doing rather well. We have a little bit of concrete here, not enough to do nearly all the stuff we need to do. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna build me a little sulfur, this, and then I'm gonna build me some tractors. But I'm just gonna ring this thing. Oh, somewhat ring it. All right, so we got all those guys going. We'll get us a couple little factories over here, making us the concrete. Easy enough. Okay, we're going to take us another place here. This guy is going to be making roads like that. That's not going to work because concrete. So we're just waiting for it to get caught back up to start making those again. May have used too many of them. And that's the real issue, is that as you go, you're going to start using a lot of these things. All right, get these guys here. Start making some roads. What does this thing actually want me to do? So I want me to put a supply center in contact with a city. In order to do that, I need to get roads built, and I need to get roads here. So I just need roads built, and I need trucks built, because those are the two things that we're really going to need. And then this place isn't too far over here, but I'm going to need a lot of roads. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bulldoze this guy, put in 2 more storage boxes on the ends there. And then I'm going to do this. Tell viewer road, road. So now I should have that limited down to, a more decent number. So now that we've got kind of this production going, and a little bit better beginning section here, and that's really what the trick is it's this game is going to get really complicated really quickly. And with my previous game, I kind of got, I hadn't played the game before, and I didn't know how complicated it was going to be. And I just needed to get some stuff going. All right, so now I think I need these guys here. Needs concrete also. So I think what I'm gonna do is get rid of some of these roads, and you get these items back. So it's not like I'm wasting stuff. The only thing that I'm losing is whatever is actually in the building itself. So I think you lose the resources from the building itself. So like if there's concrete in there, then I'll lose the concrete. Honestly, I probably didn't even need. I need a lot more roads. And if you notice, like these guys are going above 25 or whatever, or above 20. I set it to 20, but it's gone to 25. And the reason it did that is because I put down like 5 of them, and then or I put down 6 and it made one. I picked it up. I put down one, picked it up, put that one, picked it up, and then like it was kind of bouncing it between the points there. All right, so it looks like for the most part we got those guys figured out. So we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna put down. Go ahead, blow it back down. I don't need to be at times 95. We'll put this guy down. So you put the storage box here right next to here, right? And then if you click on it, it tells you it needs concrete. So it needs 1 concrete. That's all it needs. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna then put down a storage box. You always have to have a storage box. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab my roads, click my road right next to this guy, and I'm gonna just straight out. And then I'm just gonna go right up here. Actually, probably straight up here into the middle. It's fine. Right? So there, do that. Have a nice little road. If you want, you can go back here because, like, I don't know why you did that. I'll go straight across because I think it looks pretty. All right, and then I can bulldoze this road out of here. All right, that's better. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my truck. I'm gonna tell it this is my concrete. I want you to pick concrete up, and I want to take concrete to here. Once I get in here, I can take this guy. I can push this number up. Shift left click to add pin. There's 50 trucks. 50 trucks bringing concrete to the city. It is kind of a long run, so I'm like, you know what? Let's take all of them. So, because the issue here is it's a long run, so the trucks are going to take a while to get there. And this way, I could say, then I can do this. I can instead do another guy here, this, and that way you're at concrete. And I've got a little bit of a buffer there. So as you can tell, nice little convoy going. All the trucks are bunched up right now, and they probably will be. So we're gonna get a little bit of surge. The only way to really fix that is to wait for like take half the trucks off and wait till they hit down here, and then start to slowly filter them in. If I'd instead of going shift 10, I would have went click, wait a little bit, click, and slowly added them. They would have been spread out a little bit better. Eventually, they'll pretty much bunch up at one end or the other. That is the goal. So we should have plenty of concrete. You click on this guy here. You'll watch. The first truck's going to kind of drop off. Come on. He'll drop off. You'll see your bar here is going to start moving. You get 33%, right? So basically, it takes years of you being able to produce or supply them with whatever they need so that they're happy, and then they start slowly building it up. And then once they get to 100%, then they'll start growing. And depending on whether the city name is white, red, or green, tells you whether it's stuck, it's like in the middle, it's happy and they're growing, or they're angry and you're losing. Yeah, so you got all the trucks going in. They're completely backed up, which is what we want them to be. You want these, especially when you're trying to grow your city, you want them to be backed up as much as you can. All right. So we're just waiting for it to grow, the city to grow now. So you'll see, obviously, you need a big enough buffer here so that all your trucks can get back over here. They can get loaded. and then kind of once they get loaded, and then you'll see them. So what happens is if they come over here, they'll start to spread out kind of on their own, because what they're doing is as busy as these guys are, they'll they can take time to kind of get out, unload the trucks, and if the truck needs to be unloaded, it's going to slow down making this turnaround. And then they'll start slowly kind of spreading out. All right, so now we have oxygen extractor, carbon, oxygen. Okay, easy enough. These guys are all going well. Now, if we go back here, we need oxygen. So if we go into here, you'll notice that we need mechanical parts and aluminum bars. Okay, and now we need to find aluminum way up here. So now the issue is that so the aluminum is completely far away from what I'm trying to do here. So what I'm going to do instead, first let's go. Oh, actually, I can build it up here. I have two options. Either I can mine aluminum and bring aluminum all the way down here, or bring my mechanical parts all the way up here, or I can make a new one here and bring them up here. I'm going to make a new one here and bring it over here. We're going to go do this guy here. Iron ore. Enough. We're going to do that. Build a bar like this. We're going to be still bar. Easy enough. And then I'm going to do this, and these guys are going to be mechanical parts. And then these guys are also going to be mechanical parts. And then once we get all that stuff going, that looks like they're really close to the same color, but they're slightly different. All right, so we have a nice building right here where we're making mechanical parts. Now we're going to go up here, and we're going to kind of do something very similar. Where we're going to pick up aluminum ore. And some of these are going to be not quite the most optimal setups. And if you're trying to, like, say you already placed down something, you don't want to have to retell it what it is. You can just center click on it, and then that will pick that item up. Okay, so what we do, we have that stuff going now, which is good. Now the issue here is that we have, well, building a road. It's going to go right here. It's just going to go right there. And then I want you to also do this, but you are going to be mechanical parts instead. Then I'm going to build this guy right here. And I want you to build atmosphere extractor. And then let's go ahead and limit our atmosphere extractors to like 50. And then special buildings. I didn't even use any of these last time. I think they're just meant to put them on the map so you can give yourself like more points to kind of just dot on the map, right? So then we're gonna go back down here to this guy. Nope, we're gonna actually choose our trucks. Take truck from there. Truck's gonna go there. There you go, 25 trucks. So 25 trucks grabbing mechanical parts, and they'll take those up there. It's not as important to get exactly what I need up here. Oh, well, it's not going to be important to get anything up there because I didn't actually build it, guys. Which is going to really slow me down in the long run if I don't build the extractors to get the stuff that I need to get. All right, so now the trick is to get all this stuff up there. The aluminum, well, by the time that all this stuff actually gets here, we should start having aluminum coming out. It's going to be close. The aluminum's starting to slowly move over. Oh yeah, because so what has to happen is it has to build up enough down here to kind of move the buffer down. So this needs to have 2 to send 1, 2 to send 1, 2 to send 1. So you can actually end up with like 1, 2, 4, 8 here and 1 down here, and it so where it starts cause before it'll start moving things around. The balancing is just kind of the way it works, unfortunately. I guess it wouldn't be 1, 2. It'd probably be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have like 4 here, and then it would slowly pushing them down to try to keep it balanced. But we're building atmosphere, guys, now, so that's good. Good. New Karachi. It's all backed up. Now I'm gonna build this guy like this, and you're gonna be oxygen. Then you're gonna be oxygen like that. Then I want to build the road out like this. Now I'm not gonna send these guys down the same road, and there's a reason for that, because these guys are backed up, and if I send my other trucks down there, I don't know if the different trucks will face to each other. I've never tried it. I've been afraid. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go 1. You're gonna do oxygen, right? We'll do this here, and then I'm gonna go down here also, and I'm gonna unselect and reselect, and you are gonna be carbon. That, and then I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to drop these guys right here in the middle like this, right? And then we're going to go grab our truck, tell our truck to go from here to here. I will just throw like 15 on there and see how that all works out. Now, the issue here is, and where we are right now, is we're going to basically make a bunch of carbon, and I have nothing I can do with it. And the point in the game where I'm at right now, all I can do is store carbon. I can't do anything else with it. And well, I guess I could destroy it. So if I do like this, right, it's going to balance this down here. So if I need to, I can destroy this second row and basically get rid of all the carbon. But you want to make sure that you have extra carbon storage. at least in the beginning here, because you need to have extra carbon storage. Nope, there we go. We're moving oxygen in. Oxygen's already going. We're already growing again, and we're just trying to get bigger cities, need bigger resources, right? So we have all this. We didn't build our landmark towers. It's not hard to do. We'll just go over here to the top to the concrete. We'll go ahead. We're going to bulldoze this bad boy. Put this guy down here, and we're going to have him a landmark towers. That way we have everything kind of going. Probably would have been smarter to have like one road here, one road up here, but it'll be fine. And I don't need a lot of roads. I'm going to try my very best this time, transition away from roads a lot faster than I did last time. Trains are so much better. I'm going to have a buttload of extra trucks. Maybe I'll find a thing to use them for in the future. And then you'll see the city's going to start slowly growing. Don't worry about putting your supply depot where you put it at. If you remove the supply depot later, they'll just take over that land and kind of start building for you. And this thing is just going to grow and grow and grow. And it's kind of just the way it works. So we're waiting for them now to start growing again. We're going to go back to faster speed. Letting the oxygen just slowly back up. We've obviously got way too many trucks. But honestly, with these things here, it is better to have trucks that are backed up like this and storing things instead of having it. Like if you can get it just right, that's obviously the best, right? Because there's less resources packed into trucks. It's a lot of stuff. But having trucks backed up, as long as you prepare for that, you're fine, right? And running extra roads, running extra things to keep them separated. Like if I really wanted to, I could put the atmosphere. I could have just built a bunch of these things out here like this, and then just put the atmospheres right on it. But I'm gonna have to move them. I'm probably gonna have to move these anyway, because these cities kind of get out of hand pretty rapidly in the future here. But we should be building. We're building everything. We're moving our guys up here. We're building those guys. We're mining aluminum. We're doing all the stuff that we need to down here. But the trick with this is however big you think you need to start your game with, you're wrong. You need to go bigger. like it's crazy. It's the amount of resources that this thing machines use and need and burn through is just insane. All right, so now we have the polymer bar, reinforced concrete, high-tech parts, and the Mark II, right? So I'm going to do a couple of things here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build the more of these guys here, like do that. I'm going to go work on Mark II stuff here real quick. So Mark IIs, I need aluminum and polymer bars. Okay. So once again, my polymer bars are way down here. Or my this stuff is way down here, right? So what I need to do is I need to build here. I need to go to my factory. And I need to build polymer bars. Okay, probably I should have done. All right, let's do this. Do polymer bars like this. And the trick with this is, and kind of the trick here is to be able to go here and add more stuff if I need to. And make these designs repeatable, right? It's a factorial thing. You want to be able to make these repeatable as you can, because if I can just build these things out as far as the eye can see, then we're a lot better off, right? Now the trick here is I need to run uh, a truck from down here to up there, or vice versa, right? So because I need get for these guys, I need polymer bars and I need aluminum bars. Okay, easy enough. What else did I make? Mark II. So I need to make high-tech parts because, and then I need for polymer bars. I aluminum bars and polymer bars, right? So I need to run a road from down here to up there, or vice versa. I just need to get these two things mixed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my road and I'm gonna choose where I want in the middle here. So I'm gonna build me a bunch of these guys, and these guys are gonna be aluminum. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Why am I doing that? All right, so I'm gonna build my road starting right here. I'm gonna bring it out a little bit. And then, like I said, once again, my goal here is to kind of keep it away from the city. And the trick with keeping it away from the city, or the reason I'm trying to keep it away from the city, is because eventually I'm going to need all this stuff up here. All right. And let's see. Unfortunately, this is just going to be big old mess. So we're going to run that guy in there like that. I'm going to tell this guy here, you are going to be on bars like that. Actually, let's get rid of that guy. Now I want to get factory. I need the other one. So we're gonna make high-tech parts. And then with this guy here, we're going to make. I want Mark II depots. And then I'm literally going to take all the trucks that I have left over, which is 50. And those guys are going to make that long trip. And I want all of them. I want all 50 trucks basically taking polymer bars up there. And the reason is because it is a long trip. And I need them all to just carry things up there very fast. For a couple reasons. First, I want the carbon kind of pulled out of here. And second, I need to have that's what I need to have that stuff going there. So now, if I go look at, is it? Oh, okay. So as long as if one output's not full, then it will continue to produce. Oh, okay. All right. So the way that's written is if one side gets backed up, it'll still produce oxygen. It will auto destroy things. It's the way it's written. All right. So we should be starting to produce Mark IIs. We'll go ahead. We're going to restrict these again. Right. We're going to confirm that. I'm going to actually drop Mark 1s down. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm done using Mark 1s. Just, I'll leave it at 10 in case I ever actually use the ones I have, and I've decided at some point I want to start getting rid of them, or start using them for other things, or I have a specific purpose I want to do something with. But one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going here to this guy, and I'm going to grab, and I can just place right over the top of them, and that stuff will basically it'll just replace it. And then once you kind of get those out, they'll actually reach 2 locations now. So since they reach 2 locations, that makes my life a little bit easier. So I'm going to do this and replace all these guys with 2 like that. So that allows me to put a little bit more on there. So the same thing over here. If I go through here and I replace all these with 2s, right? Because now this guy here, you'll see, basically covers that. These guys will all cover that. So I can cover this entire thing now. So that whole thing is going to be covered and picking up things for us. And then we can get rid of the ones that are broken. And now that whole thing's covered. Doesn't matter. We're completely backed this up. These guys here, we can do the same thing where we go through, we put all those back in. Really, the trick with those is that we want to kind of go through some of these because it helps balance it out faster and will help move things around quicker for us. And then we're going to go back up here. And now we can start changing some of these out. And that's really the trick, right? It's going through, upgrading where you need to upgrade things. These guys are all back up, which is exactly the way I like them. Okay. Okay, now if you saw that, this one now can reach out 2, right? So this one reaches out 2 to here. This one will reach out 2 to here also. Like take this guy like this, go whoop, and now I have 2 of those for high-tech parts. High-tech parts like this, high-tech parts like that. So when I start needing high-tech parts in a second, I have them produced someplace, and we're able to get them out. And I can start actually even better. This is about right. It's for me to do this. This. Then do these guys out here. So once the polymers get in, these guys will start producing high-tech parts, and then since these things can reach 2, they'll go grab the high-tech parts and bring them back. But we're slowly trying to get all of these guys, which is fine. And if I really wanted to, because it's these guys, well, they're starting to spread out a little bit. I'm just not producing things fast enough down here. So the only way to really fix that is to add more. That's how you fix throughput problems. You add more. So The real problem is like I said, the issue we're having is that we're having to go so far. And I could have done it a little bit different. Like I could have just made another one of these up there. But at the time, I thought that I needed to be able to use both of them because I can't read. Well, it's not that I can't read. It's just that I don't. So now we need reinforced concrete here, right? So these guys no longer want concrete. They want reinforced concrete. Now, reinforced concrete, I need metal bars and I need concrete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these guys down here like this. And we're going to go iron. That. Easy enough. These guys are going to make steel bars for me. Right? Easy enough like that. Steel bars. These guys are going to hold steel bars. Okay. And then I'm going to have our concrete is going to come in. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. I wanted concrete here. Concrete. And like I said, it just deletes it. If you change it like that, it breaks it. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go. This is going to be reinforced concrete. Easy enough. And then I'm going to go here. And you are going to make reinforced concrete. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me a road. I'm going to build me a road from right here. That bad boy right there. And then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click on this guy. I'm going to change the destination. And I'm going to say right there. So what's going to happen now is all my trucks that were down there have all disappeared. And they're all going to change and start taking concrete this truck. Okay. Easy enough. Then I'm going to tell this guy here, you are no longer holding concrete. You are now holding reinforced concrete. Then I'm going to do that and then do the same thing for you. Okay. Easy enough. And then, now I don't want to mix them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off on this end. Drive out here a little bit. Drive out there. I'm going to do like that. Easy enough. Now we're going to take some trucks. We're going to go from here to here. And those trucks are going to take reinforced concrete now. And then we're going to go there you go. There you go. A bunch of trucks taking reinforced concrete up there. Look at that. Then I can go through here with this road right here because I don't actually need this road anymore. And I eventually am just going to have to remove it later. So instead, I'll remove it now. There you go. So now we've changed. Instead of taking concrete over there, we're taking reinforced concrete. City is growing again. everything is kind of working out. As long as we don't run out of reinforced concrete. And the reason I kind of made a new one here is because if I like right now we have a lot of stuff right here, and that's fine, but eventually it would be it's just too much for it. It's just it's too much to get the truck kind of or the trying to pull all this out of here eventually hamstrings this operation. And right now, I want this thing to kind of be backed up so that we can make sure that we're producing as much of this stuff. Like I don't need a lot of it a lot of times, but when I do need it, I need all of it. And that is the real issue is that I need to make sure that uh, when I need the buildings, I don't want to be waiting for the buildings. If I need or want to build something new, I want to be able to push a button and I want it to be built. Because if not, it ends up slowing me way down, and then being able to move and figure out what I need for the city and trying to get stuff built for it so that it grows, and it gets really complicated. So it's easier to make sure that I have all the stuff that I need. Then hopefully kind of get to the same place where we were earlier. We're producing Mark II drones, range of 2 hexagons. There was all right, back to the fast speed. So hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. I learned a lot from my my previous playthrough, and trying to make sure I'm not backing things up, kind of just throwing resources at it because I'm going to need them. Eventually, what I need to do is to start sending stuff up here also to the other cities. So there's greenhouse gas generator. Okay, so we need to improve our temperatures here. So now I need sulfur, and this one can literally be anywhere, right? Uh, you know what? This looks like a fine place to start here. Actually, I can't even start there yet. So I need to go back up here. So I need to go to yeah, build a good greenhouse generator, right? I unlock greenhouse generator. Oh, it's down here. That's right. So mechanical parts and high tech parts. Okay. So it's like I knew I might need them. So I'm gonna do this right here like that. I'm gonna do factory here. No, I'm gonna do this guy right there. And this is greenhouse generator. So I'm gonna change this one to like 20. Confirm that. So that way we're getting those guys built. Then we're gonna go back over here to that cool place that I found right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build me a couple of plant areas. So you are going to hold sulfur. And you are going to hold fluorine or fluorite. All right, easy enough. And then I'm going to take a bunch of our greenhouse places. I'm just going to put them right down the middle. You are going to be difficult target. All right, so what I'm gonna do, put you down there like that, and then I'm going to go back here, and you are going to be sulfur, and you are going to be fluorite. Now, I'm smart. I'm probably going to need. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So I'm gonna build me a road. Goes from here to there. And I'm gonna build me a road that goes from here to here, here to there, and there to there. Okay, need to get some of these guys in here. Easy enough. The problem is, and the issue that I had with this last time was it just wasn't enough things. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go down here to our trucks here. I'm gonna go from here to here, except for I'm only gonna put like 10 trucks there, and here to here, we're gonna do like 10 trucks again, and then I'm gonna do here to here, 10 trucks, here, here, and we will also do 10 trucks. So that way we start shoving in fluorite and sulfur from both ends. If I need to, I can set up another one in the middle also, because I just need to be able to make sure I am moving as much of this resources as I can into it. They're all running very happily. And as you can see, we moved up rather quickly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go back to Tier 1 here. We need rails and we need trains. So we're gonna go back over here to our buildings here. So I think for trains we need high-tech parts and mechanical parts. Okay, we have those put together, and we need concrete and steel bar. So down here we have concrete and steel bar. Oh, look at that! It's fancy, right? So here's concrete, here's steel bar. So the way I want to do this. All right, so we're gonna do this guy here like this. Do this guy here like this. Then I'm gonna do build a guy here, and I want you to make rail, and I want you to make rail, right? That way, you know what? And we'll have 3 of them make rails. And then we're gonna go down here. We're gonna limit our rails to like freaking. You know what? Probably 3,000 is probably more than enough. I'm gonna limit it to 1,000. It should be more than enough for what we need to do. So there's that stuff is going. So now we're building rails. We're gonna go up here where we hid all of our high tech parts and our mechanical parts here. We're gonna build this guy up here. What is this? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna destroy that one. And what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna replace it. I don't need a lot of those. I haven't used a lot of them in the past. And I don't know if in the long run if that would help me or hurt me. But I'm gonna change this guy to not that one. That's not what I'm doing here today. I'm gonna put this guy in, and we're going to make trains. Right? So now we can make trains, and we're gonna limit our train ability to like 50 of those also. Right? So, but now when we do that, we're going to actually limit these guys to like 10 because I'm done with trucks and roads. I'm going to limit that down also to like, you know what? I'll just leave the roads where they're at. Because if I ever get below 200 roads, because I'll pick up all these roads probably next episode. So we have trains open. We have the ability to start doing things. I still have some stuff I'm trying to figure out the best ways to do it. I'm slowly starting to figure or get that stuff kind of done and put together, and it's trying to figure out the most optimal way to get things to work and to be able to get them to be picked up and dropped off and stuff like that. So, and when you're having to feed like two items into a building and then get a third one out, it can get spiky, especially when you're trying to build on a very large scale. So, but we're building rails, we're building pretty much everything that we need now to be able to go to the trains next time. So, if this is a better start, I think it is. Please, if you think the video deserves it, throw a like on it. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, please leave that down below. And then make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more of this content or other things that I'm producing. And then YouTube is going to put up a nice video it thinks that you would like to go watch after this one. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.